What's going on YouTube? Today is July 7th, 2023. This is my third day of orientation. And today we were out on the range. We were not in our trucks, but we were out on the range doing maneuvers. They were testing us to make sure that we can actually do all these maneuvers, like backing up, pulling, maneuvering the trailers between cones and stuff like that, which I'll get into in a minute. But yeah, today was eventful. It was a lot of just sitting around doing it because our class it's 38 people, and there were 3 trucks. So we get to the range, they unload us there from their vans, and basically we're sitting right in the middle of a parking lot, all 38 of us, and then they call our names 3 at a time to get in a truck that are lined up on the edge of it. And then there were 3 instructors there, which they would follow you doing your maneuvers through all these cones and all these tight turns and making sure you don't hit a cone. You can't go over a cone, you can't hit a cone. So that was eventful. I only say eventful because it was like 95 degrees today, and then you're out in the middle of a parking lot. I was probably like the 8th one to get called right in the beginning of the day. So they call my name, I go over there, get in my truck, and then I have a guy in front of me too. And I didn't see this at all throughout the rest of the day. He pulls up, and then I have a walkie-talkie with the instructor on the other end, with watching me out from outside, watching what I do. He was telling me, like, the guy in front of me moves up. My instructor was telling me, move up, move up, move up. But I was right on him. I was like right on him. And then I tried slowing down, and my instructor's like, you gotta move up, you gotta move up. And I'm like, all right. So he did his first maneuver, which you just basically go straight, and then you got to go 45 degrees, and then there's these 2 cones. They're not like this that you have to hit. You don't go like that between them. They're positioned at like an angle, so you're going through that at an angle. After coming from a 45, you have 2 angled cones. It's a tight squeeze. I mean, you only have like that much on each side. That wasn't an issue. He went through, and I was right behind him. I went through the 2 cones where he had like that much on each side of the tractor. No problem. He pulls up, he does a 90-degree right, and then again with a walkie-talkie, the instructor's like, you gotta move up, you gotta move up. There's no one behind me. So I start moving up and then doing the 90-degree right, what he did. And then I hear, stop, turn, put it in park, come meet me out back. I'm like, all right. So I pulled the air brakes and put it in park, got out. And he's like, you ran over that cone right there. And there was like a little itty bitty cone that was set like 15 feet. After I completed that really hard one, there was like a little itty bitty cone like 15 feet in front of it. So basically what I did was I turned too soon because there was too many distractions. It's like I got this guy telling me to move up, and this guy in front of me is going really slow, and it was just uneventful. The first time was uneventful, so I failed that time. The second time, so fast forward, probably like 6 hours of just sitting around watching people do their maneuvers, watching people fail, watching people pass, watching what they do, yada, yada, yada. 6 hours later, I get back in the truck. No one's ahead of me. My walkie-talkie's quiet. No one's messing with me. No problem. Came back, did that 90 after the 2 cones, did them a right turn 90, and then I went over, turned around, and then I did my figure eight, no problem. And then I went back over to where we have to park them, no problem. Cool as a cucumber. And a lot of people, what they were doing on this figure eight, so there's 3 cones. They're lined up like that. You got to go do. A lot of people were too many people were trying to go straight into them and like they were trying to like get really close to them. And a lot of people were failing. And I'm like, that's not how this works. This isn't a racetrack. You're not in a small car. In my mind, I'm like, you got to go. You got to make them wide. So what did I do? I went faster than everyone else through those cones. I was came back, parked my truck, came back. As I'm walking to where I was sitting before, a couple people were like, "Was that you on the figure eight?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Man, you did that so good." And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't want to sound cocky, but I was like, "Yeah, it's really nothing to it." There really wasn't. It was easy. It was just at the beginning, bam, hit that little cone because too many distractions and the guy was whatever. But yeah, a couple people, I don't know, because I have one fail and then I passed the second time. And then for people who had a fail and a fail, because everyone got to drive twice today. Everyone who had a fail, at the end of the day, they had their third drive. And there were a few people who were behind the wheel 3 times and they couldn't get it. They just kept hitting cones. Once I made it past all the distractions and all that, it's like, oh, the people will say, oh, you're going to have distractions on the road all the time. Yeah, you are. But you're not timed out in the real world. If there's an issue, you're either going to slow down or you're just going to stop to avoid any unnecessary things happening. But we're not training, it's a test. In a testing environment, like my focus was on this brand new track that I've never driven before, and I'm trying to pay attention to what the hell's going on. And I didn't know if this guy, even if I would have slowed down, I didn't know if he was going to come over and fail me because I wasn't listening to his directions. I was saying, hey, slow down. I didn't want him saying, hey, stop. Then him walking over and like saying, you're not listening yet. It's like, get me on there. No problem. Aced it. People were like, damn, that was really good. So tomorrow is probably going to be more backing. Well, today we didn't do any backing today. We did a little bit. But yeah, as far as the chopping block goes, I don't know. It's still up for debate. But I'm not one of those people who have 3 fails in one day. I failed, pass, and then I didn't have to drive the third time because I wasn't on my second fail. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow's a new day. It's much more hands-on. And I'll keep you guys posted. All right, see ya.